Hi everybody, welcome back to God's Miracle Food and Healing Channel. So, all right, I just want to share with you a morning drink that I want to share with you a drink that I do throughout the day. Okay, so one of my videos I had showed people how to make garlic and honey. So what you do, hang on, is you put the cloves of the garlic, I keep the skin on, in the jar, and you fill it all the way up as much as you can. And garlic is a natural antibiotic, but it's also good for the vascular system and the heart. And then you put your honey in it. I use the raw honey, and then you put a lid on top of it, and then you let it sit for about 4 to 6 weeks. You don't have to stir it or anything. You just can check the lid. You put the lid on. I use the lids that come with the jars, and it's good enough, to use. So honey and garlic, can't say enough about it. It's a natural antibiotic, and you can, when it's all done, you can take the garlic cloves out, you can drain the honey off, and you can put them in your freezer and use them to cook at another time. But you're going to end up with a product like this, garlic honey. So this is it. I keep it in the refrigerator, and then what I do in the morning and throughout the day is I then take cayenne pepper, and I take a tablespoon, as much cayenne pepper as you can handle, okay? Cayenne pepper, I can't say enough about cayenne pepper. It literally, people that are on blood pressure medication, it heals the artery walls. It literally heals them over time. It vasodilates, means it opens up the blood vessels. So if you're on high blood pressure medication, you can start adding this and then monitor your medication to hopefully get off of the medication. So what I do is I use the garlic, the honey garlic. I use ginger. Now I have scraped the ginger, and I put a little lemon in it also. And then I put it and make it as ice cubes, so I can just take it out and drop it in my drink during the day, because you boil water for your drink. So you have your garlic honey. If you don't have the garlic honey made up, just use cut up a garlic clove. You want to cut it because it actually activates the sulfur in it. Then you put it in the drink, boiling water, you put your honey, and then you can put your fresh ginger. And like I say, I refrigerate mine because ginger can go bad so quickly, and I don't want to keep buying it. And it's one of the things I get at the farmer's market. I buy it organically because we don't grow it here on our farm. So if you want to get your blood vessels healed, arteries, and I would go with the honey, the garlic, and the cayenne pepper. Now, like I said, you can make your own honey garlic. Just simply fill up the cloves, break them up, fill up the jar with garlic, and dump your raw honey on it, and put a lid and let that sit 4 to 6 weeks. And then you have this product. So it's also really important when you are talking about blood pressure and blood sugar to balance out your gut. Okay, so another thing I do, the cayenne pepper will help do that over time. All right. The other thing I have videos on is how to make homemade kefir. I don't use goat milk. You can, that would be great. But I use regular milk. You can't use almond milk, nut milk, soy milk. It has to be, hang on, I'll show you. It has to be regular milk. So it has to be, this is the milk I use. So to make homemade kefir, I have a video, but what you do is you start out with a couple tablespoons of the grains, of the kefir grains, and then you fill it You fill it with the milk, right? You fill it with the milk. And this one I marked, it's going to be ready in 2 days when I did it. So this is going to be ready on Sunday. So what I'll do is I'll take this, I'll shake it. I have a video on this, but I shake it, then I pour it out, and I keep the grains, and then I start the process over again. So it's 48 hours to do, to make your kefir. You put the grains in, you fill it with milk. Like I said, this is going to be ready in 2 days, Sunday. And you don't keep it in a cold place, kind of a warmer place. Not in the sun, but it forms, you'll see it's starting to form the grains here. Then you shake it up, then you strain it, then you do the process over again. After on Sunday, when I go to do that and I drain it, then what I do is I do a second fermentation, and I put an orange in. I wash it with some baking soda to clean it really well. Then I put the orange in it, as you can see. I like the flavor orange. You can use berries. You can use anything you like. Now this stuff is like $7 for this amount in the store. And I drink it in the morning and on an empty stomach, and I drink it at night because we need to balance out your gut health. So for a second fermentation, on Sunday, I'll strain this, and then I'll pour the milk in and start another jar going. But then the one that I'm ready to drink, after I did it, I just put the orange in it, and then I sit it on my kitchen counter all day. Then I put it in the refrigerator, okay? And so why do I do this? Well, it's a second fermentation after you're done getting the grains, and after the 2 days, and after you strain it, then you have your new kefir left over. And then that's when you add the orange. And then when you add the orange, the whole orange, I add a whole orange, then you just let it sit on the counter all day. And then at night, that's the second fermentation process. And then at night, before I go to bed, I put it in the refrigerator, and then I have a flavor of the orange dreamsicle, I call it. And I love it. I drink probably 8 ounces of it. I have some stuff going on in my gut. I need to get it in balance, so I drink it in the morning and, like I said, in the evening. But this is like $8 or something in our store. I live in outside of San Francisco, 20 minutes, and it's really expensive here. So highly recommend doing it. And so it all balances the gut. So I can't speak highly enough about the cayenne pepper. If you can't handle the cayenne pepper, because you can also use it to cook with during the day. Now any kind of pepper, because you're looking for the capsaicin in the pepper. These hot peppers have capsaicin, okay, and that's the healing property in it. So if you can't handle putting this on your food, it's too much, then just buy the capsules. That's one thing that's really great. We have the capsules, okay? But if your blood pressure is really high, you can start taking 2 capsules 3 times a day. Monitor your blood pressure. You know how you feel. I certainly was going through some things with blood pressure, but this is how I got it under wrap. And if you're on pharmaceutical drugs for it, you want to monitor it, because you probably will have to talk to your doctor to get off of those meds, but you never want to go off those meds without letting your doctor know. And you can simply just cook with garlic and cook with this, but you want to incorporate it into your diet. But I can't speak highly enough to heal. And you just keep doing it consistently. If your blood pressure is really out of whack, then do it 3 times a day, okay? You know yourself best. So this is really great. I let this cool down. And it's just health. Now, what's the other thing? So later this afternoon, I'm going to make a video where I'm going to I'm going to cut these peppers up. I'm going to soak them overnight in salt. Just soak them in salt. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in the jar, and then I'm going to fill them with olive oil, and then put the lid on it and let that sit until the oil turns reddish. This is all very exciting. Join me later for my videos. Share and subscribe. I love you. God loves you. Have a good day.